Yes, sir, we are back. It's your guy, D-Hop. I am here with my guy, a friend of mine, Shinobu Sadi. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
And we here, like I said, moments with D-Hop. We gonna jump into his business like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Like, moments is not just an interview series, it's something that we like to bring to the people and give them a moment from your life that's inspirational, motivational to keep them going. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we'll be right back. I am D-Hop with my guest today, Shinobu Sadi. Welcome, King.
Thank you for having me, boss.
No doubt. So let's get into your business, you know what I'm saying? Let the people know who you are, the basic, who you are, where you from and all that stuff.
Yo, what's poppin'? I'm Shinobu Sadi. I'm from the Bronx, New York. Born and raised in New York. First and foremost, I'm a rapper. Well, I like to call myself an artist because I'm different lanes. I like to play around music.
We definitely gonna get into that. Definitely gonna get into that.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. So let's jump right into it. Artists, you know what I'm saying? Because when we connected, when we got in contact with each other, I was looking at your page. I'm like, okay, he a rapper. But then when I start really diving in, I'm like, hold on, homeboy, an artist. You know what I'm saying? He got some things. He got some things. But before we get, let's talk about the latest project right now. Then we're gonna work our way back.
Okay.
So the name of the album or the EP.
The name of the EP, I know it sounds mad typical, but I named it like that intentionally, is the debut. You know what I'm saying? I named it that because that's just me. I just like I like titles with announcements that have some announcement to it. The debut is 8 songs. Right now it's doing really good on Apple Music. Like, I just finished looking at it and like legit every track, even the intro had like a star on it. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, how the stars get there? That's something I don't know. People that you watching, you just listen to the music. Like me, I just listen to music. Like I'm not on that end. So, but I just thought, that meant like that was the single or something.
Yeah. Nah, the stars is like what's like the most played, like what's the most popular on the on the track, on the project at that moment.
So you got all your joint stars. I mean, people listen to everything.
Like months, because it's been out for a year.
Right.
So I've seen every track had like a star on it, even the intro. So I'm like, all right, cool.
That's dope. That means motherfuckers ain't shuffling. They
listening to it. They listening to it, and like I like to keep my stuff like short and sweet because I'm not really 10, 20.
Right. No, that's smart. For me, I always think that, especially for independent artists and artists that's not world known or very popular, if you keep it short and condense it, it make people want to listen to it again and again. You do 16 songs, 17 songs, 20 songs. By the 10th song, people are like, all right, cool, but who is he?
Yeah.
And why should I listen to him for an hour? You
know what I'm saying? Exactly.
So you definitely got the formula so far.
I got
the formula. So we're gonna get back to the album, right? The EP, the debut, 8 songs. It's fire. I want to talk about how you constructed it, right? But before we go there, right? Who is Shinobu Sadi? Like we know you from the Bronx, you're an artist, but who are you? I read in the bio, at one time you was homeless, right? You look kind of young, so I don't know. I look young too, so people would be surprised how old I am. So I'm not gonna, I can't assume how old you are, right? But let the people know, your upbringing and how did the homelessness come about
and everything. All right. Well, first, I'm 26. I'm gonna get it out there right now. I lost my mother when I was young, when I was 14.
Okay.
And I didn't know my father. Thank you. I didn't know my father because there were certain legal issues, and he had to flee the country to avoid jail time.
Okay.
So when I lost my mother young, I was living with my sister, and it was things were rough, and I was trying to figure myself out. I was young, and I made certain dumb decisions, and so towards the end of my high school year, I became a runaway.
Okay.
And so I was chilling at a friend's place. I got into the streets even more. So I was sleeping, I slept everywhere. I can legit tell you I slept everywhere except for a park bench.
Wow.
Except for a park bench. So like, it took a while for me to get myself together, got into the shelter, stayed focused, and now I have my own apartment and I'm proud.
Salute.
Yeah,
Salute.
thank you, boss.
Salute. So how long was that process? Because you said that was like 14, so you said pretty much like 16, 17. That's it.
I ran away when I was like 19.
Okay.
I ran away when I was 19, got my first apartment at 22.
Okay,
at 22.
so between 19 and 22, you was in the streets fending for yourself.
Fending, like sleeping, like I slept on the train, slept in my man's car at one point, slept on one of my boys' couches. The list goes on and on.
So what did you do for money? You know, we understand what you did for shelter. So what did you do for money? What did you do for food? You know.
The crazy thing about it was I still had my job too while I was homeless.
That was the next question. So come on,
talk
to the people. This is what we talk about, moments, man. Moments, man. This is what we here for.
Yeah, I was working. I work at an after-school program, so I still had my job at that moment. While I was going through that for a little bit, but there was a certain point where everything that was going out outside of work was too much for me, and I had to get like placed into like this. I had to get placed into like a ward for like a brief moment.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like on suicide watch.
Wow.
So like until like so I had to like I temporarily resigned personally just to get that out.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all watch the show. You know we keep the time up. So.
Alright, so I had to so personally I chose to like leave for that brief moment to get myself together, and it was a rough journey, but mentally I as soon as they put me into that ward shit, I got the fuck out of that bitch. Like,
it woke you up.
That shit was a wake up call, my nigga.
Cause you thought you was going through something till you seen somebody really going through something. Is that it?
I saw the crazy one. I saw a real crazy motherfucker.
No, that's what I'm saying. You thought you was going through something until you saw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The way, basically, that's
like,
what happens.
For even like, we gonna go back to that, but even like Americans, right? We say, we poor, we broke, we hungry, like niggas starving down here. But you go to these third world countries and you see it up front and personal, it's totally different. You have a whole different mindset. So when you going through your pain, mentally, emotionally, but when you go into the depths of hell, if you will, and you really see like the other side of it, you had to be like, hold on, I can shake this shit off. And not really shake it off, because I know you had to go and deal with it, but it was more or less like, okay, if they're going through that, maybe I'm not as bad.
Yeah. It's like looking on the other side and saying like, because at the end of the day, everybody has their struggles and stuff like that. And it's like, there's some people that went through hell, like, and they persevered through that. So I should, like that, when I went into there, I was like, nah, I gotta get the hell up out of here. It's worse than jail. You know what I'm saying? They got the little ass phone in there. Right. I had to make my phone call. Yo, son, it was like, nah, son, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, bro. They had me in that little onesie and shit like that with the socks. I kept the socks, because the socks were soft.
No doubt.
I kept the socks.
Fuzzies.
The fuzzies was nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kept them shits. But like, I got out of there. And when I got out of there, I immediately got placed into shelter, and then from there, focused on school, getting my degree in theater, and I just focused like a lot harder.
Dope. Did you continue? As you continue on, did you get your degree?
Oh yeah, I got my degree. Yeah, I got my degree last year. Not 2020, but 2019.
Salute, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about inspiration and motivation, man.
For the streets, man. If you got a dream out there and you're going through hell, man, just keep going. Just keep going. Not every day is gonna be a bad day. You got to think like that.
Let's get into his album, the debut. Now, when I heard it, right? Well, first I listened to and I watched the video. Pray for me. Video, tough, right? A little dark. I was like, damn. When it came, I said, damn. Okay. I said, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's hard. That's tough.
Thank you.
What made you make that, like the single? Like what made you shoot the video and all that for that one?
I shot the song was a year old, like a year old already, and the video, I already had the concept for that video, cause you know the protesters and marches and stuff like that. I was in several marches like last summer, like at least 6. So I already had that song in mind, and the whole concept and everything was already in mind, and I wanted. There's certain things I wish I could have executed, like, cause I just found out about a church. I was so mad. I was so mad. But
you know the good thing about being independent, you can always reshoot it.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. That is very true. Thank you for telling me that.
Directed by Be Unstoppable Media. You never know.
Yeah. We gonna talk. Nah, but yeah, that's how I just came up, because I wanted something with messages. I like music with messages behind them too.
Dope. That a great segue. The album, the EP, I want to make sure I give it the right, because I don't want to mess it up. It's an EP.
Yeah.
And with an EP, I haven't heard many that's put together the way you put it together. It has an intro and an interlude. Fuck me up. I said, yo, he got an intro and an interlude, and then the interlude goes into a nice, it actually changes the tone. The interlude does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm old school, I'm from that era, so I know music, A&R'ing, like, I understand and do homework. I know how it's supposed to be.
And everything,
So that's what I said, homie got something here, right? So what, was it because of your theater background? Like, how did you come up with the, the structure and all that?
I would say, that falls into it. And like, I got an old soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in a household, like, I'm African, but my family used to play a lot of 90s music, 90s R&B. My mother used to play Luther Vandross's like Dance with My Father like a million times. You know, my uncle would pick me up from school blasting Tupac. And he's like a hardcore African man, so hearing him blast Tupac is like, and it's a hardcore Tupac too. It's not no keep your head up Tupac.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'm
the blasphemy.
The
blasphemy pop.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing a variety. I'm getting exposed to a variety of stuff, and I like structure. So
dope. Well, I do commend you. I salute you, because the structure is on point. So now let's dive into the songs a little bit. Dark Thoughts, right? I got a quote, right? I need this quote. I need you to holler at me about this part. It says, street smart without Yale, gangster before jail, produced by poverty, abused by authorities. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that and where them lines, because them lines, the whole song is mean, but them lines stuck out to me. I said, I gotta ask him about this, because that for me struck a chord. If y'all don't know, y'all watching this, I did my 7-year bid, come home now, prison reform advocate, So, prison and them situations and them moments are gonna always be with me. So to hear that, something resonated, and I want you to expound on that, if you will.
Oh yeah. So, produced by poverty, the gangster with street smart without yeah. That line, you know what I'm saying? I first, before even stepping into school, I learned a lot from the streets, point blank at all, because I had a single mother. And I ain't really have, most of my father figures are dead or in the island right now, and we're gang members, so, you know what I'm saying? So I was learning from the streets.
Right.
So that's where my street smart came in. Like, I could analyze a room and figure out the vibe real quick. You know what I'm saying? You can understand that.
Absolutely.
Analyze if it's good vibes or bad vibes.
Absolutely.
And then be like, all right,
that's what the vibe is about.
Yeah, the vibe is about, you know what I'm
vibes.
saying? Produced by poverty, you already know that correlates with the streetness, seeing some real messed up stuff in the streets and stuff like that. Abused by authorities, oh my God, I could count so much on my hands how many times I've ran into very horrible cops. Like, I can recount, this was the day that got me involved in the streets officially, like where I learned I have no help. I was like in middle school. I was like 7th grade, right? I was walking home from school. I got robbed for the first time ever.
Damn.
I got robbed for the first time ever
This
by
is in
high
the Bronx?
schoolers. Yeah, in the Bronx. I got robbed for the first time ever. And I was just heated. Like I was heated. So when I'm walking home, I almost get run over by the cops.
Wow.
So like, so it's like, so 2 things happened to me. One, first thing, I get robbed by dudes, high schoolers, and then the cops run into me, almost run me over, the people who I'm supposed to go for defense.
Right.
Like, help, it's quote unquote help or whatever.
Yeah.
They almost run me over. So at that moment, I was like, all I got is me.
It's an omen.
All I got is me. Like, literally, at that moment, I learned that real quick. And that's when I just dove in.
Like, all right, this is what I gotta do.
This is what I gotta do to survive.
Wow, that's crazy. So with that, then we had let's talk about that. Leads into the next single I want to talk about, which is "Fuck 12." The name, right? The name, I'm like, cause me, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not bougie. I'm a little like, that ain't for me, right? So I'm like, fuck it, let me listen to it. However, it's like the name, the title, it's like shock value because you're saying fuck 12, but you're really going into like
the system and its
current, right,
events and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's another song that was made during them protests and everything. That was another song that was made. I actually cause I had like an incident with the police, like that summer before last summer, where I had a photo shoot or something, and the theme of the photo shoot, it was in the deli. The theme of the photo shoot was Bonnie and Clyde. So we, you know what I'm saying, I had permission from the owner and everything to shoot in the deli and stuff like that. And I let them know immediately, like, yo, we got prop guns. Prop guns. The workers that were in there were cool with and everything and stuff like that. So during the shoot and everything, we're about to wrap up. We're about to get the hell up out of there.
Right, y'all
you
done.
know, in and out, and we shot like late too, so that way the store was closed, so we don't affect their, them making money. So right when we're about to leave, right, I kid you not, I think it was, what precinct was it? I'm mad I forgot it. I smoked too much, but it was a 44th. I think it was a 44th. They came in guns blazing. The 44th Highway Patrol, they came. Everybody and their mama came guns blazing and dragged us out the store. I had like 8 guns to my face at one time.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then I'm trying to keep my cool composure, because I'm concerned about everybody else.
Right, because it's your thing, right?
It's my thing. I'm concerned about everybody else. So I'm looking at the cameraman. The cameraman is shook. I'm looking.
I ain't signed up for this.
Yeah, the cameraman is shook. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the workers. One of the workers is arguing with the cops. I'm telling him, he black. So I'm telling him, yo, bro, relax. Do not argue. I have the sergeant's gun right in my face and he's shaking.
Cause somebody called and said y'all had the guns in there. So,
and then to make it worse, it was a brother that called and I made a false report. So.
It's usually like that, man. It's usually like that. Yeah. So that I can see how the song comes about. But that song is dope. I appreciate the song.
Thank you.
The whole your singles that you have on Apple Music, all of them very dope. So one of the songs that's on the album, the one after the interlude, I'm not good with the title, but it sounds like
Was it smooth?
Yeah, it was like a smooth joint.
R&B?
Yeah.
Come
got
Over?
the Chico on it.
Come Over?
That's what it is?
Yeah, Come Over.
Yeah, because on the interlude you break it down.
Yeah.
Yo, that joint, I can hear that on the radio. And that's why I want to say, the singles that you got on Apple Music, all of those outside of Fuck 12.
Yeah, of course.
I can hear on the radio already. That one, I was like, damn, he got a nice vibe. On one or two songs, you got like a little dirt vibe. And then on other side, you have like a Rotimi vibe. I'm like, damn, he got some good music, man. Like, I'm not just saying this because we sitting here. I have already downloaded the Pray For Me joint, but I will be having those, you know, on the repeat on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some nice joints. So, did you set out? I know you said you took theater and you always had the melodies, but did you set out like, okay, this is my vibe, this is my lane, or was it just more or less like you go in and you create?
Alright, when it came to that, right? Me, that's why when I came in, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I rap, but I don't want to be just boxed in as a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, because I do vocals too at the same time. You know, that's why I like to call myself artist more.
Okay.
That's why, like, a lot of lanes, like, that's why when you know what's your lane and stuff like that, I feel like I don't want to be boxed in the lane. That's me. That's my lane. I don't want to be boxed in. So I make sure like every music I make is because if I hear like a variety. Like I could bump some pop stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's some pop joints that's fire and stuff like that. That got nice
Definitely.
melodies.
I listen to everything.
Like that. And you know I'm African, so I got some Afrobeat joints I'm trying to work on and stuff like that. You know I like bars, so I got stuff that got bars in it. You know what I'm saying? And then I also make music for my generation and like the generation that's younger that like to get hyped and stuff.
And that's good because when I was taking my notes, I was making my notes. One of the things I was saying was like, damn, it's like, because I was trying to put trying to catch the pulse. And that's like, it's somewhere in between or mixed between the drill and trap. Yeah. Because those are two different things. If you don't know, just like, oh, trap music, drill, like, no, it's two different things.
Different things, yeah.
And you're somewhere, I'm not gonna say you're in the middle, but you did a good job at mixing them and then making it your own, because the flows and the melodic and the melodies, but then your music is what really separate everything else. Your actual music, the beats and all that.
Yeah.
Do you produce or you got a producer?
Nah, I do not produce.
You just snatch.
At first, I tried to get into producing, but I was like, I can't do everything. You know what I mean? I can't do everything. The beats, I got like my manager, he DJs, so he always gets beats.
Okay.
So he sends me beats and stuff. So that's where I get the majority of my beats and everything. And I'm very picky on beats. I'm very picky.
Nah, you're definitely doing a good job. With that, man, I'm glad that we had a chance to sit down,
Definitely.
kick it, bring your brand to the forefront more. You know what I'm saying? Anything else that you want to get off your chest? You know what? Before we go, because I usually do this, and I don't know, I'm a little off today. It's Friday. I'm already in the street, and I can't even be in the street. That's crazy. But I did want to transition from the Fuck 12. With that record, right? Where do you see what's going on now? What's your stance on what's going on now? Like, especially like after the running of the Capitol, you know what I'm saying? Your man and been impeached twice. We don't have to talk about politics per se, but just the current events. Like, what do you see? What are your stance on that?
My stance on today's world, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not surprised. I feel like the world needed to see that, because there's certain people who are blind, and they're blind by choice to certain things, because, if that was Black Lives Matter, we would have been gunned down on sight. And like we was talking earlier, we would have gunned down on sight, and we could have been talking we could have been singing Kumbaya, my Lord. And they would have gunned us down in sight, you know what I'm saying? These people got inside the Capitol and did some harm and damaged certain stuff.
Right.
And just for them to get in that easily is just crazy. Truthfully, it's crazy. That's my stance on it, truthfully.
Yeah, I do believe, I agree that these are things that needed to happen, so people that sleep, right? Even the fake woke people can actually see that this is a reality. It's no more like, oh no, the denial part of it. This is really happening in real life, in real time.
I like that you said that, fake woke people.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
That's what it is, bro.
And I appreciate you with dropping the jewel on that. Before we get out of here, we want to leave on a light note, you know.
That's me, definitely.
So you got your education, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the people that's educated, usually we give them something tricky, you know what I'm saying? So
Sir.
let's do this.
I'm a theater major, by the way, so I'm not that.
All right, well, you had to read some books, you had to, you know some things. Now that you say that, you know what, I'm gonna switch this up. Not right now, but moving forward, whatever the person major in, that's what kind of question I'm gonna have for them.
All right,
But right now we have, how do you spell? So we're gonna ask you, how do you spell Chihuahua?
Chihuahua. CHAWACU. And CNA?
Yo, man.
I was off. I know I'm off. I know I'm
Moments
off.
with D-Hop. We got my guy, Shinobu Sadi. Shinobu Sadi, man. I don't want to mess your name up. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, man. Moments with D-Hop. Let the people know where they could find you, where they could follow you, where they could get the music and all that good stuff.
Follow me on IG. My IG is Bad Boy Heavy. Badboy_heavy. I got my latest single right now, About Me, out right now. You know, it's for the ladies and stuff like that. You know, I keep it smooth. And you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, on all major platforms. Currently, I have a film company with some friends. I made a film company with some friends called Blunt Skit Comics. You can find us on YouTube, Blunt Skit Comics on YouTube.
You know how we do. We're going to put it right here. There it is. Anything else, big bro?
Nah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
Appreciate you. On to the next one.